Hey, yo, it's your boy, Battle Rap Coroner, and this is the Autopsy Report, man. Don't get put in that.
All sloppy with bullets in your body. Fuck a news report. The only report is an autopsy.
Let's talk about the super fight today. It went down last night on Caffeine URL. Danny Myers and Shaka and Suge didn't happen. They replaced that with Dot and Squeako. DJ Squeako with the remix. That battle was trash. Dot did his thing. But Squeako choking the second round was bad. Man, like Squeako was sounding like he was a DJ bringing it back. Sounded crazy.
You only did a couple of years. You only did a couple of years. Nigga, you only did a couple of years. And the feds ain't pick it up. And the feds ain't pick it up. And the feds ain't pick it up. You only did a couple of years. You only did a couple of years. And the feds pick it up. Pick it up. Nigga, you only did a couple of years. Nigga, you the type of nigga. You the type of nigga that they get. You the type of nigga that they get. Only work that night. Only hustle that night. Shout out my nigga Fat, yo, he on the heating bitch. He only hustle that night.
He stumbled horribly, got it back for a second and stumbled again. It wasn't good. Return for Squeako. He was out for like 8 months and he returned doing that. Man, he said he hit me on Twitter last night and said he was back on the shelf, nigga, doing performances like that, man. Hopefully they give him another shot and he performs better. Squeako, I'm just fucking with you. But hopefully, like I said, they give him another shot and he does better. But that performance last night was not it. Squeako, the battle rapper, turned into DJ Squeako. Puff Daddy with the Bad Boy remix last night.
They get your ass off the feet. Come on. They call me.
I got Dot with the 30, man. Easy work. You know what I mean? He did what he was supposed to do. The next battle we got was None versus JC. Off first watch, man, like it was a good battle. It was kind of gassing JC here and there. I wasn't feeling that. None, man. None is aggressive. He has energy. He has punches here and there. That's the one thing I think he needs to work on. He can scheme pretty good too, but sometimes his punches don't land as hard as I would like. But overall, man, he's gonna bring it to you, man. When None start turning red, you know that white boy red, he start cooking, man. So shout out to None stepping up. JC was JC, man. JC had some crazy bars in his rounds. Like off of first watch, like, you know what I mean. I definitely gave the battle 2-1 to JC. I think I had JC in the second and third, and I gave the first round to None. You know what I mean? But shout out to both of them, man. None always shows up and puts his heart into it. You know what I mean? You know JC, man. You know what I mean? With his pen, I do think JC needs to start switching up the flow, though. Every battle sounds the same, but that's just, bro. Let's skip over it. Hey, look, man. Let's get to the main event. You know why we here, man. Let's talk about Math and Geechee. Math and Geechee, highly anticipated. They've been talking trash between each other for over a year now. You know what I mean? The old school bully versus the new school bully. That's how they playing it. Math did better than I even thought he was going to do. He was a little rusty. Like, he would stumble over his words here and there. But overall, I thought Math did good. Geechee known for stumbling over his words too. That's not front like Geechee don't be stumbling over his words. It's just that Geechee is so great. You know what I mean? People often overlook it. But I be seeing you, Geechee. I be seeing you sometimes, man, stumble over it. But he makes up for it with everything else, like, you know what I mean? That's why he be winning battles. Like, he'll stumble, like that shit didn't just happen, like, you know what I mean? So, but Geechee came out in the first round. He had a flip-flop clips and flip-flop line. He coming at Math about getting jumped. He said last time you was out here, you got jumped by a bunch of Crips. You know what I mean? If you get out of line again, you will get jumped by a bunch of Crips. You know what I mean? Simple line, but it did hit. He said, you'll be stuck on an island like Castaway. I don't take pics with my bitches. You know what I mean? But this ain't relationship goals. Then he went into the whole scheme while he was calling him Asthma Man. Geechee was talking about how active and some Crips pulled up. You know what I mean? It was basically trying to get in the venue, and Math was sounding like he was having an asthma attack. This is all according to Geechee. You know, Math denies it all. But Geechee first round was solid, man. Math comes out his first round. I like the angle. I did like the angle, but he sacrificed his whole first round coming at everybody else but Geechee. And a lot of people predictions had him doing that. Even though what he was saying was fire, he can't win a round if you're not rapping to your opponent. So I gave the first round to Geechee Gotti just based off that alone. Math round was hot, but it wasn't for Geechee Gotti, you know what I mean? But he did have some bars in there in the first round. Like he said, I seen Geechee run from a fight that he wasn't even in. Then he had a treason bar that was crazy. But I gave the first round to Geechee Gotti. Round 2, he starts with a rebuttal. He rebuttals Math complaining. I forget what Math was complaining about, but Geechee rebuttals it, and it was crazy. But then Geechee, this is where the battle gets hard to judge, right? Geechee's second round was crazy, but he had a moment in his round, a long moment too, where I think he tried to a mid-round rebuttal, and then I think he lost his place. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not Geechee. I don't know what he had planned, but it sounded like he lost his place and had to freestyle. Now, when he was freestyling, he was still landing haymakers. Like, it was crazy. Like, he said, you had a battle with, you could tell he was freestyling, but he's like, you had a battle with Nicky Jam. I bet my 40 don't, what? I bet this 40 don't jam. Yo, Geechee was talking in the second round, but it was a choke. I don't want to say a choke because he got it back. It was a bad stumble that he had to freestyle to, and he recovered. So I wouldn't say it was a choke, but it was a bad stumble. So you think Math would win the second round, right? Math comes out his second round. Not a product of my environment. My environment's a product of me. That was crazy. Starting to heat up. Math running down your girl walls like the Matrix. That shit was crazy. But then Math chokes at the end. Now, I mean, he ends his round early. You could tell he got stumbled. He stumbled and ended his round. I don't know how close he was to the end of the round. I don't know if I don't want to say he choked, but it was just as bad as what Geechee did. Like, you know what I mean? So that round kind of canceled itself out. Like, they both had bad stumbles and chokes. And they both had fire material. So I don't know how you want to call that round. The third round, I gave the Math. Math went crazy in the third round. But Geechee came out with an okay rebuttal in his third round. Yo, Geechee is getting better with the punches. That was a fucking crazy punch, bro. He said, you solidified your spot with gorillas. We about to have them doctors beating on your chest. That shit was crazy. I fuck with that bar. He said the pallbearers raised you up better than your moms did. He got into this whole angle about how he was a spoiled kid, and you know, it was a cool angle. It was a solid round from Geechee. But Math came out in his third round and revealed. I never knew Geechee robbed at Walgreens and shit. That was kind of like, you know what I mean, dropped the bomb on me. Yeah, Geechee robbed a Walgreens, and it was crazy. This is where Math won the round to me. When he revealed that Geechee had that robbed at Walgreens, you should have seen Geechee's face when it happened. Geechee was like, yo, he got that one. He got that one. Nobody, I don't think anybody ever said that about Geechee or put it out there about Geechee. So that was crazy. It was a great body blow. Like, you know what I mean? I had Geechee winning the first and possibly the second, even with the bad stumble. And Mav comes out with this body blow in the third, which was crazy. He was talking to Geechee in that third. So for me right now, I want to lean towards Geechee 2-1, but that second round kind of cancels each other out. I gave Math the third, I gave Geechee the first, and off this first watch, I got it as a draw, man. I can't really judge that second round because they both had horrible mistakes in that second round. So I got it a draw. Overall, it was a good battle. I love to see people that have stigmas about him, like, oh, bully, he's a bully, he don't know how to keep his composure. I like their little back and forth during the battle. Neither one of them took it too far. They showed sportsmanship. It was a great battle overall. Besides, with the stumbles in it, I thought it was a good battle. The event overall was doo-doo though. Like, the event overall definitely was like a 3. That Squeako and Dot battle wasn't in. Suge and Danny didn't go down. JC and None of them was a cool battle. Math and Geechee was a cool battle. Bill Collector and Tuna, you know what I mean, that wasn't worth recapping as well. So, you know what I mean, besides that though, it's your boy, man, Battle Rap Corner. Don't get put in that bag, man. Make sure you follow me on all social media. BR Corner on IG, BR Autopsy Report, you know what I mean? Make sure you hit that share, like, subscribe button, and stay tuned, man. It's the Battle Rap Corner, man. Don't get put in that. Pop, pop, pop. Nigga, we